Welcome filmmakers, fans, and friends to Indie Cinema Showcase, your #1 source for filmmaking, conventions, and everything in between. I'm Christina Carmona.
And I'm Nando Luis Roman. Together we'll be bringing you the best and brightest that Florida has to offer with a focus on Central Florida.
In today's episode, we'll be speaking with award-winning filmmaker Brian Kelly and checking out a film by Violetta Anna Licari.
We'll also revisit some of our past events and then check out what films you should see before you die.
All right, let's get things started. Shot entirely on an iPhone, our next film portrays a woman whose fears are literally eating her alive. Is she slowly losing her mind, or are some very strange things actually happening to her? So for today's Show Us Your Shorts film, we present Fruitcake, directed by Violetta Anna Licari.
Hello? said I was getting better, but things are happening. Everything's coming along. Call me, please.
As a kid, our next guest started his journey with a drum set his father purchased for him. From there, the keyboards followed, and his passion of learning turned him into a self-taught music composer. In fact, everything he has learned over the span of his career is self-taught. So for today's Industry Insight, we sit down with Brian Kelly. Hey everyone, in the studio today we have director, editor, and composer Brian Kelly with us. Brian, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for taking the time to chat with us today. So give us a little bit about your background, like in music.
I started drums when I was 5. I was very fortunate. My father was into music and he played guitar and bass, and he got me like a toy drum set or something like that at 5,
Right.
and so that's where I started that. Also, my grandfather played ragtime piano.
Okay.
So I would sit in his lap and just be amazed at his fingers just going across the
Yeah.
piano. So I had an early interest in piano as well.
That's amazing. And you're self-taught, correct?
Yes, yes. I would sit in my room with headphones behind the drums and put my LPs on. I'm showing my age.
we all know what you mean.
That's okay.
And I would just sit there and play along with Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Genesis, Styx, you name it. And I would sit there with brushes so I could, hear. And then, something with the drums would be playing and be, what did he do there?
Right.
And so I would just hit different things and, okay, that's what that is. And that's how I started to develop my language behind the drums. But not far in the back of my mind was always keyboards as well, or piano or something. Every time I would go over to my other grandparents and they had an organ, and I would just, love to sit behind it until eventually the organ was broken.
Right.
Who wants to sit there and listen to a little
Because
kid,
as you're learning, we're thinking like everybody else has to hear you learning this.
Right.
So yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Did you ever intend to compose for film?
Yeah, I think early on, I had no way of knowing what avenue to take, but I was always just interested in film music, and I have so many composers that, I just enjoy and love listening to their stuff, and I would always just kind of just study and reading interviews, and I do remember an interview from, I believe it was Danny Elfman, and his work method is just, write a minute of music every day. Mm-hmm. And, and he's saying, fully produced, all the parts and everything. And that's a heck of a pace to try to live up to.
Wow.
And with anyone's schedule, work and all that other stuff. But that's something that I try to live up to. I fail miserably.
That's
but,
all right. That's all right.
At least you attempted, so that's always a good.
Yeah, it's always in the back of my mind. But usually when I'm in the studio, I have around 3 or 4 different cues that I'm writing. If I'm getting stuck on one or something, I'll
Right.
I'll
And
just go
outside
on
of
to the
music,
next
what are you doing?
I'm kind of in the industry, so
All right.
I edit and I direct. I happen to direct a music show, also some talk shows, and I've directed infomercials, stuff in the past.
You're just all around.
Right.
industry
Yeah,
professional?
well, yeah, it's a great industry.
It is a great
you know?
industry.
It really is.
It always seems that
And-
when you're in the industry, you always start off in one place, but you always end up branching out to different sections
Yeah.
of the actual entertainment industry as a whole. So
Yeah, and it wasn't actually the first time I was approached to do sound on a film. I turned them down 3 times. I was like,
Yeah.
"You guys don't want me. I've never worked on a film. I've
Right.
never done this. Well, why do you want me?" And I knew the story of this particular film, that everyone was from LA. They were shooting it up in Norman Beach.
Yeah.
And I was like, "How did you guys even get my number?" I wasn't advertising this, you know. At that time, I was working in a post studio and doing sound design and dialogue editing and that kind of thing. I wasn't even doing video editing at that time.
right.
And but my classroom was Nickelodeon Studios. I was very fortunate to meet a very well-known person in these circles around here, and
That's amazing.
like many others, he took a person under their wings and then put them in situations where you could just learn. So I was very fortunate to just fall into that and watch the editor work and just kind of know when to ask questions and when to shut up.
Right, that's
Just-
important.
That's
That's
in the industry.
important.
That's very important, and learn that really quick.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, just watch and learn.
Now, you being, I mean, in the industry for so long, and also like
I know.
starting with, no, that's great. No, stop it. And being like a kid and being self-taught and going this route, what advice would you give someone who is newly starting out?
Yeah, boy, one of the main things is networking.
We always see,
this-
we always say that.
We preach that every single time.
Yes, yes. My position now is I do work with a lot of interns or young students and stuff like that, and I always tell them, don't do what I do. I mean, I was like Mr. Magoo, just shiny, and
A lot of the kids are not going to get that reference. But
No,
yeah.
right.
We understand, but a lot of, yeah.
As I
We're all
said,
taking
Google
that.
it, kids. Google it.
But you cannot do anything in this industry by yourself. So
That is-
if you're fortunate enough to network and meet up with the right people, and they see your drive, they see your energy, you can go a long way. So.
Network. Don't lock yourself in. Don't let other people lock yourself in.
Yes.
Lock you in, right?
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself, because if
And
you
have
don't,
and have a good support system.
a good support system.
Yes.
That's absolutely right. Because
Yes.
if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is. Honestly.
No, very true. It's a part of ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I just thought it is a communication.
Absolutely.
It is something, and me, I know I get not only hangry, but I get angry when I don't play.
Yeah.
I think that's an entertainer thing. It's like
It
is.
if we don't get the opportunity to actually be able to go out there and do what we love to do, at a certain point we start feeling either angry or depressed or sad.
Yeah.
Like we just
What
need
is
to get
this?
that out there and do it. You know?
Absolutely. It is a release. And,
It's a part of who we
Yeah,
are.
it is.
And I hate to have to ask you this next question,
Uh-oh.
because you're going to have to market yourself.
No.
Where can we find more information about you and what's happening next? Because we want to
just
know.
Give me a call. I mean, yeah.
And we'll put your phone number on the lower third.
right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. It's,
And if you call within the next 5 minutes, we'll add in a bonus music track.
Yeah.
What's so funny is, I've had a YouTube, channel for quite a while. Well, Sunday, right after the performance, I put together the edit of the performance. Oh yeah, I can put this on my YouTube channel. So I just put my first, video on there.
YouTube?
Yeah,
Great
just,
timing, because now you're here.
So now I'll have to give you the address, and we can put it right
can put it
here.
right there.
No chin music, not up here, and down here. In title safe. And I'll give you that YouTube.
All right, there we go. And we're gonna look it up, and we're gonna expect to see some more into that YouTube page, right?
I have sat there, of course, with the iPhone. You're now a production studio
Right.
with your iPhone, and I've sat there and started to do some things while I'm writing and stuff. But it's like I don't know, who wants to sit there and look at a guy with hair and just, you know, just like
You'd
that,
be
you know,
got the
surprised.
great hair.
I'm
it.
definitely jealous of the hair right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like it's making me miss having the long hair.
Right.
Like, well, we'll throw in a flashback of Nando with the long hair in this point.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, exactly.
right.
So,
So
Well, thank you so
I'll work
much.
on the word.
It's been so great speaking with you.
Oh,
I
thank
mean,
you
you
so much.
are and like so much information.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
cool. I
thank you.
mean,
like, I'm sure we could probably sit here for like another 3 hours.
I
and
know
talk
we can.
about
All
it.
right,
Just
all right.
chat.
Let's
Just
do
chat,
it.
and then just give me your hair like.
Yeah,
What
I'll give
shampoo?
you
You guys-
all the.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I definitely need shampoo tricks and
I don't
tips
even know
and-
the name of it. I just know it has like ginger in it or something like that.
That's the key. Ginger. Ginger. Networking, ginger,
and good support system.
good support system. Well, thank you so much.
Oh,
It
thank
really
you
has
so
been a
much.
pleasure.
I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So thank you. Yeah, seriously, that was really good. We just got
If you would like to be a guest, have something to promote, or have your film featured on the show, visit our website at indiecinemashowcase.com. Watch past episodes and help support the show by buying some of our merch on our online stores.
Follow us on our socials, Facebook at ICSTV and on Instagram and X at ICSTV Show. You can also reach out to us by emailing us at icstv@yahoo.com.
ICS Fun Fact. Before the advancement of sound, movies were somewhat boring. They started out as a short and only included a single scene that was about a minute long. Since early films were silent, these small theaters would sometimes hire a band to play live music while the movie was playing. Today, in special concert screenings, we pay tribute to this silent era practice. So be sure to catch one if you can. And trust me, it's worth it. Welcome back. Now it's time for our segment we like to call On Location with ICS. In this episode, we visit Creative Theory Studio and speak with owner Eric Stalnaker. All right, everyone, I am here with Eric Stalnaker, owner of Creative Theory Studios. Eric, thank you so much for bringing us in today.
Thank you.
Yes, it's been a really great time looking around. You've got a great use of space here.
Thank you very much.
So we're going to talk about that. Now tell us how Creative Theory Studios started.
Well, believe it or not, I was a teacher for 19 years. So, but I've always had a passion, and it was more of a hobby for writing, directing, doing some small films, and it turned into music videos. It turned into commercials, national commercials, things of that nature. So it was kind of a point where if I don't go for it now, I might not get the chance to.
Right.
So I decided, let's just go ahead and do it. Took early retirement and decided to open up the studio to help other filmmakers as well as do my own projects. So,
And how big is this space?
we are 2,800 square feet. We have 9 production-ready sets, a 750 square foot green screen, and a 250 square foot white cyc space for photography or any other things like that.
Wow, and what sets do you have here currently?
We have a living room and bedroom set, and an executive office set
Right.
here, which we've changed into a interview station. We have a conference room. We have interrogation room with an observation, which you'll see, a military tent as well. So.
Nice. Now, I feel like the hardest part of having a space like this is choosing what sets you want to bring. How did you come up with what sets you wanted to have?
That was kind of a tough one
Yeah.
because I wanted to kind of be different than everyone else that was here. I didn't want to copy anyone else in the
Right.
area, but just offer a different, unique spin on it. So I want to promote my mother a little bit because she was my interior decorator when I first opened. And she came in and did all of the little things here. But the idea was to create a space that was flexible.
Right.
so that we could move things around, change things, not just the decor, but the furniture as well, and create your own unique experience for your production is basically how we wanted to do it.
Right. And so if somebody had an idea or their own stuff, you allow for them to just kind of
Absolutely.
set it up the way that they would want to.
Absolutely. Anything you need to move furniture, you need to change and adjust camera angles, change the decor with anything else in the studio itself. We've had some filmmakers who actually changed the desk and put the paper over top of it to make it, you know, a different look.
Right.
Anything that you need to do to make your production unique. That's what we
Right.
promote.
And I love that. And I think that filmmakers should definitely take advantage of that, because when you have a studio like this, you don't want everybody's film to look exactly the same.
Exactly.
So you've got to put some work into that. I mean, you've already got the space. So tell me, you don't just offer things for filmmakers, correct?
Correct.
So I think I saw some green screen. Well, I mean, it's a filmmaker thing, but I also saw a white.
Psych, yes.
So tell us about that.
So we have some things for photography as well. We've done some photography or hosted some photography sessions for other photographers who need just the background, need that studio space for themselves that might not have it. So we offer the white psych. We offer a few backgrounds as well in various textures and contrasts, just to give that different look.
Right, right. And now I'm a filmmaker, right? And I now know about Creative Theory Studios. I'm like, this is the place I want to go. They have a great bedroom and like living room thing, but I am lacking equipment.
I have that as well.
You have that as well.
So we have plenty of lighting for rent, aperture lighting, nan light. We have LED tubes. We have sound equipment. We have a camera package. So we try to cover the basics. It's nothing extraordinary, but it does cover the basics. So if you wanted to create your own film and you don't have all the equipment, we can help you.
That's wonderful. Guys, you need to check out Creative Theory Studios. And now if people want to go and find information about your place, where can they go?
Well, then go to our website, creativetheorystudios.com. You can also check us out on Instagram at creative.theory.studios or on Facebook. You can book through Instagram, or you can go right to our website and book through there, or you can just give us a call. We'd be happy to talk to you about your project.
There's no way you cannot find these guys. So Eric, thank you so much. I'm gonna take another look around and maybe have some fun on some of this.
All right, thank you.
For this week's Film to See Before You Die, we travel back in time to 1974 for the film Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Directed by Tobe Hooper, it stars Marilyn Byrne, Paul A. Partain, Edwin Neal, Jim Saito, and Gunnar Henson as Leatherface. The plot follows a group of friends who fall victim to a family of cannibals while on their way to visit an old homestead. The film was marketed as being based on true events to attract a wider audience and to act as a subtle commentary on the era's political climate. Although the character of Leatherface and minor story details were inspired by the crimes of murderer Ed Gein, its plot is largely fictional. Because of the limited quantity of on-screen gore, Hooper was hoping to secure a PG rating, but the Motion Picture Association of America gave it an R. Watching the film even today is too intense for some viewers and has since gained a reputation as one of the best and most influential horror films. It led to a franchise that continued the story of Leatherface and his family through sequels, prequels, a remake, comic books, and video games. And it's our choice for this week's film we think you should see before you die.
Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of ICS. We want to thank Brian Kelly for sitting down with us and Eric Stalnaker from Creative Theory Studios.
Well, we hope you learned something new, saw something that you love, or got inspired to get off the couch and go make a movie of your own. Who knows, it might be good enough for us to screen on the next Indie Cinema Showcase.
Don't forget to follow us on our socials, Facebook at ICS TV, Instagram ICS TV Show, and YouTube at Indie Cinema Showcase.
And if you want a chance to have your work, event, convention, or film festival featured on ICS, send us an email at icstv@yahoo.com.
Until then, the set is closed, and as they say in the film industry, that's a wrap.
See you next time.